Tori Roloff celebrates a significant mile for son Jackson. Hi, everyone. Thank you for returning to my channel. Please click the bell symbol and subscribe to the channel for the most recent news updates. Tori Roloff, star of Little People, Big World, celebrated her son Jackson's significant birthday, and his fans are shocked that he is already 8 years old. The TLC star posted a rotating collection of pictures of her oldest child and her husband, Zach Roloff, on Instagram on Monday, May 12th. They have a 5-year-old daughter named Lila and a 3-year-old son named Josiah. I love this kid so much I cry just thinking about how God chose me and Zach to hang with this kid every day, Tori wrote as the description for her update, which was posted 8 years ago. Jackson is hilarious, bold, and self-assured, the devoted mother went on. He is resilient and the kindest person I know. I love how he's always down for an adventure and some hibachi. To wrap up her birthday message, Tori said, Jackson is the best big brother to his siblings and Zach, and I find ourselves saying all too often, thank goodness was for Jackson. I love you so much, bud, and I love getting to celebrate you. Happy birthday, Jackson. Tori's supporters were unable to comprehend in the remarks that Jackson was, in some way, 8. Happy birthday, Jackson. It's unbelievable that he's already 8 years old, someone wrote. What? Cried another. Oh my goodness.
How?
Another Instagram user echoed. I'm not crying. Another astonished. Really? When did he become into a young man? It's been fun watching him grow from afar. He's adorable inside and out. A real charmer. Hope 8 Rocks posted another fan. The Roloff farm in Oregon, which was highlighted on Little People, Big World, is up for sale. The Roloff family from Oregon has undergone a number of changes, including the divorce of Matt and Amy Roloff, the growing of children, and the departure of family members from the TLC series Little People, Big World. However, one thing was still the same: the family's house on Roloff Farms in the Helvetia region. However, the property's future became controversial when Matt Roloff declared in 2022 that he planned to sell a 16-acre portion of the farm for $4 million, according to the Oregonian, Oregon Live, and other sources. However, the narrative did not finish there. Later in 2022, Roloff stated that he was taking the portion of the farm off the market and converting it into an Airbnb-style destination for tourists, as People magazine reported. There was drama as Zach Roloff, one of the Roloff children, showed interest in purchasing a portion of the property, but this did not work out. Instead, Zach, his wife Tori, and their family relocated to Battleground, Washington from Oregon. Zach and Tori Roloff in 2024, the Real Brokerage, which is handling the sale, released the following press release about the property. This 16-acre estate in Hillsboro, Oregon, just outside of Portland, combines luxury living with unrivaled creative potential. 6,462 square feet, 5 bedrooms. The main house has a theater, a gourmet kitchen, and many offices, but the property's highlights include a 3,600 square foot custom-built western town, a pool, picturesque bridges, a barn, and even a tiny castle. TLC has been airing Little People, Big World since 2006. Earlier in its run, the show concentrated on life on the farm, with Matt and Amy Roloff, family members with dwarfism, and their children, Zach, who also has the condition, as well as Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob, who do not. We might be compensated if you use one of our links to make a purchase or create an account. By using this website, you accept our user agreement and agree that, in line with our privacy policy, we, social media, and other third-party partners may collect, record, and/or retain your clicks, interactions, and personal information. Jeremy and Audrey Roloff, 2 LPBW alumni, discuss how they earn money as influencers. Jeremy and Audrey Roloff, graduates of Little People, Big World, approach influence differently from other professionals in the area. It's just interesting, in my opinion. During the Thursday, April 17th episode of the Couples Podcast, These Are the Days, Audrey, 33, stated, "One of the things that I was made, more aware of on this brand trip was just how segregated our worlds are with work. All of these creators are pursuing brand partnerships at the time of our trip. That is their primary activity, which is fantastic." Audrey claims that other influencers are successful, at creating content, which frequently excludes operating a local business or selling their own product. Beating 50% is a brand owned by 34-year-olds Audrey and Jeremy, who have previously published a number of marriage-related periodicals and self-help books. The majority of them have never participated in an MLM or have any knowledge of the MLM industry, Audrey stated, alluding to the multi-level marketing business model. Some of them engage in affiliate marketing, but in a different manner. I think you and I have our hands in a lot of different buckets, and we're not very good at any of them, so it's just interesting. Audrey claims that in addition to selling books and engaging in the author thing, she and Jeremy have also participated in multi-level marketing schemes like Young Living. Audrey intimated on Thursday that her reasons for leaving Young Living were multifaceted, but she has not disclosed the exact date or cause for her departure. We've attempted to do them all, and doing them all is difficult, Audrey remarked. I believe we're quite adept at diversifying, perhaps in part out of fear. We've always had the agonizing knowledge that anything we do could be taken away in an instant. We've always attempted to diversify, even if it's by saying things like, let's buy Bitcoin, or let's buy an Airbnb that we're going to make a rental property. In contrast, Jeremy claimed that he and his wife, who married in 2014 before having 4 children, looked upon influence as a life raft and wanted to get out of LPBW. Jeremy and Audrey quit his family's TLC series in 2018 after 17 seasons to focus their home life. We were aware of our objective, but how can one make money off of it or establish a brand? Jeremy remembered. After trying a number of different approaches, we realized that while this blogging thing might be something, it might also vanish tomorrow, so let's make sure we turn this into a product. It's by far the simplest method to make money online if you're already doing it, or even if you're not, and you want to do it in some way, she said. You must develop this thing, have a following, and produce content that is incredibly consistent. The same is true if you choose to sell your own goods, but you will need to handle all of this and invest your own money or purchase inventory. Aubrey, who has a contract with Thrive Market, for instance, said that she was only paid a one-time flat fee. That's all, she stated. That is the end of it, unless they wish to continue and renew another contract. Following a confrontation with his father, Matt Roloff, Jacob Roloff talks candidly about using the land well on the family farm. After his father, Matt Roloff, decided not to sell the farm to any of his children, Jacob Roloff talked candidly about using the land well on his family's farm. On Sunday, April 13th, the 28-year-old Little People, Big World alumnus posted pictures of himself and his 3-year-old son Mateo on Roloff Farms to Instagram. He posted a quotation that said, "There are no agricultural miracles innocent of the sweat of laboring peoples," beside the pictures. This phrase perfectly captures my current outlook on the farm's future. He captioned the photo, saying, "No more TV, no technology, and no gimmicks can escape the reality that we have to use the land well or we don't deserve to keep it." After changing outdated SOPs and opening up, there are several options and things we can do. If the priorities can be worked out, I aim to start some positive initiatives with just sweat and labor and no money of my own. Jacob added, "I would really love to see summer markets under our windmill, maybe with some you-pick fruit areas, food carts, and craft foods," even though he expressed his desire that the farm will continue to flourish during pumpkin season. "I think a lot of people will show up for that. Events and possibly classes are also included. Who knows? Something more appropriate and worthy of this lovely country that I am honored to be able to care for. There are more trees, more flowers, more growth, more community-focused, more vibrant, and most importantly, more genuine." Jacob went on to describe some of the work he has done on the farm in the caption. "The other day, Teo assisted me in planting some cherry trees along the former boundary of the land. When I was growing up, there were some poplar or locust trees along the same line with a different fence," he said. "The trees were cut down or died, and we merged the lines after purchasing the adjacent property because of the unnatural influx of show income, regardless of farming. We are now planting cherries from the opposite side of the same old line. It's exciting to have an essentially open slate on this new side to do whatever we can to save it for another generation," Jacob said, adding that the previous place will be rented until it sells. "And esta economia?" I simply feel that farming itself might be the most obvious and fulfilling option. For a fun and lovely season this year, I aim to plant at least 100 trees annually and attempt to cultivate as many flowers and pumpkins as I can. Jacob acknowledged the significance of the land to his family as he concluded the caption. He stated, "No matter what happens, Mateo will have at least spent a lot of time with me doing the Lord's work, planting trees and getting his hands dirty." Going forward, when fans discovered that Matt, 63, had decided not to sell the family farm to Jacob or his three brothers, Zach Roloff, Jeremy Roloff, and Molly Roloff, the former TV personality, who has a son with his wife Isabel Rock, wrote the statement. Even though Jacob, Zach, and Jeremy, all 34, showed interest in purchasing Roloff farms from Matt, the patriarch decided to list some of the family's acreage for $4 million in May 2022. After disagreements about the choice, Zach, his wife Tori Roloff, and their kids moved from Oregon to Washington. Even though they decided not to keep the farm in their family, Matt removed it from the market in October 2022 and declared his intention to for $3,395,000 in 2023. But he was still having trouble selling the farm, and Audrey Roloff's controversial parenting style divides fans of Little People, Big World. Fans' reactions to Audrey Roloff's recent social media post on a highly contentious parenting issue were not uniform. On Thursday, February 6th, the former Little People, Big World star posted a video of herself holding her youngest child, infant Mirabella, in her lap on Instagram. Why is sleep training such a big deal in America? In her caption, Roloff posed the question. Maybe it's just what the algorithm is feeding me right now, but it's crazy to me the obsession we have around babies sleeping, the mother of four said. They are newborns, and their demands don't end at bedtime. They will ultimately learn asleep, but for now, they need us. So, are they sleeping through the night yet? Is typically the first question someone asks you while you're in the newborn phase. Why is this such a thing to attain? Although it may sound crazy, Roloff continued, the more you can accept that caring for your baby through night is something that you get to do, not have to do, it becomes less of a burden and more of a joy. Your mindset is everything if you're sick a mama during the sleepless night season, she wrote. God increases your capacity and somehow multiplies the few hours of sleep you do get into energy sufficient for the day. I've been able to walk in the season with peace and energy that surpasses understanding, thanks to my acceptance of it. Supporters of sleep training defended their position, while Roloff's followers were split on her opinion. We sleep trained both of our older kids, and we were all better for it. We plan to sleep train our new baby too, but if that's not for you, that's okay too. We just like our sleep and rest around this house, and that's okay too. Can we just stop shaming parents for doing something that benefits the whole family? It's unfair to make generalizations since every family and baby is unique. A second commenter agreed, adding, I work in healthcare and getting a halfway decent amount of sleep is necessary to make sure my patients get the care they need. That worked for us and for our daughter. I have good friends who didn't sleep train, and that's what worked for them. To each their own. Everyone should do what is best for their baby and their family, the second commenter said. But there were those who agreed with Roloff. I just wanted to let you know that it appears like a lot of working mothers are stating that they must sleep train. I'm a working mother, and while I don't blame you if you do, it wasn't what was best for us. So no, not all mothers who work outside the home sleep train. It's okay if she wants me at 3 in the morning. I needed this. The baby is 10 days old, and everything is so targeted towards doing this right now. We struggled for 6 years to get pregnant, added another Instagram user. Roloff and her husband, Jeremy Roloff, have 3 other children in addition to Mirabella, who was born in May 2024, Radley Knight, 2, Ember Jean, 6, and Bo James, 4. Audrey Roloff's beautiful family. Wedding photos with little brother have fans infatuated on Monday, September 16th. Former Little People, Big World star Audrey Roloff celebrated her younger brother Jack Body's wedding by posting a slideshow of pictures from his recent wedding on Instagram. Audrey and her husband Jeremy were featured in a number of cute pictures with their 4 kids, Ember, 7, Bode, 4, Radley, 2, and Mirabella, born in May 2024. Ember and Mirabella wore elegant white outfits, while Bode and Radley wore small tuxedos. Audrey, meanwhile, wore a black gown with a split up the side and no straps, just like her sons. Additional pictures included McKenna Body, the bride and groom, dancing, waving from a balcony, and exchanging vows. The children did a fantastic job clearing the path for the gorgeous bride to walk down the aisle. A lovely and unforgettable day honoring your romantic journey. You guys are extremely loved by us. And I'm thrilled to have gained the most amazing sister and aunt to our children. It's unbelievable that we only have professional photos of the bride and groom. The ring bearer, who is the son of my mom's best friend, wore Radley's suit at my parents' wedding, and she has kept it for years. Somehow, it fit Rad perfectly on the wedding day. Very lovely, and those shoes the boys wore, concurred a second individual. And further Instagram user commented, "Who taught Bode that knee pop?" Too cutty. Audrey Roloff of Little People, Big World releases Family Farm Campout. Pictures of baby Mirabella Jeremy and Audrey Roloff, former cast members of Little People, Big World, welcomed their fourth child in May. Audrey recently posted some fresh pictures of their newborn daughter, Mirabella. The mother of four shared her birthday celebrations on Instagram on Saturday, July 20th. Audrey wrote in the caption, "I love that my birthday gets to be the best excuse for an epic summer night." Family Farm Campout tradition begins. In Oregon, birthdays in July are the most memorable. Audrey's update included a photo of her with friends and her newborn daughter in the same wrap, and another of her and Jeremy standing on their terrace with Mirabella's little head and legs protruding from the baby carrier. Other photos showed their children, Radley, 2, Bode, 4, and Ember, 6, as well as other kids enjoying a campfire and watching a movie outside from the truck bed. In her article, the busy mother also reflected on how 32 was a wild and stressful year, but she also mentioned that it brought forth a lot of blessings. "I can already sense so much more calm even amidst the chaos, and now it's the best kind of chaos," Audrey said. "I never would have thought I'd be living on property with 4 babies by 33, but here we are, and I sure am thankful for the journey that brought us here." Audrey received a lot of love from people in the comments section on her special day. One Instagram user wrote, "Happy birthday. Glad you had a fantastic one. Looks amazing. Looks like so much fun." "Happy birthday, Audrey," said another fan. In the meantime, someone else remarked, "I have watched the Roloff kids grow up, get married, and now have families of their own. You have created a beautiful little family." The TLC series concluded season 25 earlier this year, although Jeremy and Audrey left LPBW after season 17. His twin brother Zach and Zach's wife Tori announced their resignation from the series in February, and as of this writing, Little People, Big